You're juggling it all: work, family, decisions, expectations, 6 hats, maybe more every single day. But behind the scenes, your body is running on stress, and stress left unchecked will lead to illness. I'm Dr. Shami, an integrated family doctor, and this is 6 Hats, the podcast that helps you understand what stress is doing to your body and what you can do about it now. Have you ever felt like your body is working against you? You feel tired, your sleep is disrupted, your gut reacts to everything, and your mind won't switch off. Now, many people think something is wrong with them, but often the body is simply sending stress signals. Hello, and welcome back to the 6 Hats podcast. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Dr. Shami, an integrative GP. In this series, we're exploring some of the key ideas from my Stress Reset workbook, which is designed to help people understand how stress affects the body and how to gently bring the nervous system back into balance. Now, one of the biggest misconceptions about stress is this: people think stress is the enemy. They believe the goal is to eliminate stress completely, but stress itself is not the problem. Stress is information. Stress is the body's way of saying something needs attention. Your nervous system is constantly scanning your environment for signals of safety or threat. When it senses pressure or overload, it activates a stress response. So you may feel your heart racing, your breathing changes, and your brain becomes more alert. In short bursts, this is incredibly helpful. But when stress becomes chronic, the body never fully returns to safety. And this is when symptoms start to appear. So in clinic, I often see women who say, I feel constantly tired, I can't sleep, my gut reacts to everything, my hormones feel off, I feel anxious all the time. Now, these are not random problems. They often signals from the nervous system that the body has been under pressure for too long. So there is another piece to this conversation, and that is how we interpret stress. Now, I love the work of psychologist Dr. Alia Crum from Stanford, and she writes about this in her work on stress mindset and in her book, Rewiring Your Health from Within. She explains that stress is not just a biological response. It is also shaped by our perception. And I love this. If we see stress as harmful, threatening, or overwhelming, the body tends to react with fear and resistance. But if we begin to see stress as a signal of importance, a signal that something meaningful requires our attention, the nervous system can respond very differently. Now, this is not about pretending stress is pleasant. It's about rewiring our relationship with it. Now, from a personal experience, I remember reading an important email one day and noticing my body immediately tighten. My chest felt tense, my breath became shallow, my mind started racing to the worst case scenario, and in that moment I paused. Instead of thinking, this is bad, I feel stressed, I said to myself, this is an old setting. This is not fear, this is importance. My body is mobilizing energy because something matters. And that shift changed everything. The sensations were still there, but instead of anxiety and moving to the worst case scenario, there was clarity and readiness to act. Sometimes the most transformational step is simply becoming aware of how our body reacts and bringing a new lens of curiosity and excitement to the experience. So one simple place to begin is to ask yourself, what signals has my body been sending me lately? Fatigue, poor sleep, digestive issues, feeling constantly overwhelmed. And when you notice stress sensations, can you gently ask, is this fear or is this my body preparing me for something important? When we become curious about these signals, instead of ignoring them, something shifts. We move from fighting the body to listening to it. And that is where healing often begins. So if you'd like to explore this idea further, I've created a stress reset workbook. And that walks through these concepts step by step. It includes reflections that help you recognize your personal stress signals and understand what your body may be asking for. You can download the Stress Reset Workbook using the link in the show notes. And if today's episode resonated with you, there's a good chance someone in your life may also need to hear it. So feel free to share this episode with a friend or family member who may be feeling overwhelmed. Sometimes the first step toward healing is simply recognizing the signals our body has been sending us all along. Thanks for listening to Six Hats, where it's all about progress, not perfection. If this episode spoke to you, don't wait, hit follow now, leave a quick review, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Want to take your next step today? Download my ebook. The link is waiting in the show notes. And remember, this is general advice only. Always speak to your practitioner for anything medical. See you next time.